help you reach your dreams. The ones for chasing your passions. The ones for achieving your vision. We are committed to giving you the best gadgets. For those loves and likes, those shares and comments, for the photos you take and the music you make, for the games you play and the people you talk to every day. We are committed to giving you the best gadgets. Because technology isn't just something cool. Technology is more than something fun. Technology is what empowers you to live the life you want. And though our look has changed, our commitment stays the same. Making your life powered by gadgets. Only from Cyberzone.
Ignite your night with the all-new Vivo V19.
This is more than a change on how we look. This is an affirmation of our commitment. We are committed to giving you the best gadgets. The ones that help you reach your dreams. The ones for chasing your passions. The ones for achieving your vision. We are committed to giving you the best gadgets. For those loves and likes, those shares and comments, for the photos you take and the music you make, for the games you play and the people you talk to every day. We are committed to giving you the best gadgets. Because technology isn't just something cool. Technology is more than something fun. Technology is what empowers you to live the life you want. And though our look has changed, our commitment stays the same. Making your life powered by gadgets. Only from Cyberzone.
Ignite your night with the all-new Vivo V19.
This is more than a change on how we look. This is an affirmation of our commitment. We are committed to giving you the best gadgets. The ones that help you reach your dreams. The ones for chasing your passions. The ones for achieving your vision. We are committed to giving you the best gadgets. For those loves and likes, those shares and comments, for the photos you take and the music you make, for the games you play and the people you talk to every day. We are committed to giving you the best gadgets. Because technology isn't just something cool. Technology is more than something fun. Technology is what empowers you to live the life you want. And though our look has changed, our commitment stays the same. Making your life powered by gadgets. Only from Cyberzone.
Ignite your night with the all-new Vivo V19.
This is more than a change on how we look. This is an affirmation of our commitment. We are committed to giving you the best gadgets. The ones that help you reach your dreams. The ones for chasing your passions. The ones for achieving your vision. We are committed to giving you the best gadgets. For those loves and likes, those shares and comments, for the photos you take and the music you make, for the games you play and the people you talk to every day. We are committed to giving you the best gadgets. Because technology isn't just something cool. Technology is more than something fun. Technology is what empowers you to live the life you want. And though our look has changed, our commitment stays the same. Making your life powered by gadgets. Only from Cyberzone.
Ignite your night with the all-new Vivo V19.
This is more than a change on how we look. This is an affirmation of our commitment. We are committed to giving you the best gadgets. The ones that help you reach your dreams. The ones for chasing your passions. The ones for achieving your vision. We are committed to giving you the best gadgets. For those loves and likes, those shares and comments, for the photos you take and the music you make, for the games you play and the people you talk to every day. We are committed to giving you the best gadgets. Because technology isn't just something cool. Technology is more than something fun. Technology is what empowers you to live the life you want. And though our look has changed, our
Hello, Gadget Guys and Gadget Gals! Happy Cyber Month! Welcome to the very first episode of Cyberzone Live, powered up by SM Cyberzone. My name is Sho Suzuki and I'm stoked to be here with all of you. This show is all about celebrating tech, and more tech. Syempre, Cyber Month ngayon, diba? And now, more than ever, we're so reliant on technology to provide us with education, entertainment, and human interaction. So what we do in every episode is we invite your favorite internet personalities to join us so they can share some tips and tricks on how you can start your content creating career, baby. That's right, we're so excited for this, and for our very first episode, we've invited some of the coolest people in the industry. So without further ado, wag na natin patagalin pa. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everything in between, please welcome our first group of guests for today's show, Mr. Julo De Guzman, Miss Kim Cruz, and Miss Aggy Nuguid.
Hi.
Hello.
Everyone.
Welcome to this episode of Cyberzone Live. You guys, we're so happy to have you as our very first guests on the show. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Come on. We're so excited to be here. Obviously, all three of you are established in this industry, in content creating, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers have already heard of you, but we want to know more. But before we dive into all that, let's do a quick intro naman, if that's okay with you guys. We're going to start with the beautiful Aggy Nuguid. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Everyone who's watching live, an entrepreneur and hi.
Thank you very much, Aggy. Okay, what about Kim? Hello, Kim.
Hey, hi. My name's Kim. I'm a social media content creator. I'm an entrepreneur as well, and I'm into art. I'm an artist as well. Yeah.
Beautiful. I love how you managed to just combine all these different aspects of your life together. It's so great. It's so smart, honestly. And the truth is, when you're a content creator now, parang it goes hand in hand. You have to be a good entrepreneur as well. Okay, last but definitely not least, Julo, please tell us about yourself.
Hello guys, I'm Julo De Guzman. I'm Managing Director and founder of WID, a video content house based in Makati. And I'm 1/3 of Prayer Street, an IGTV show, and 1/4 Buhay Basket, Spotify, and on a podcast that talks about all things basketball. So, yeah.
Ang dami naman, Julo. Grabe.
Oo, man. Basta kung anong pwedeng
That's a
gawin,
lot.
gagawin natin online.
That's true. I mean, it's a great way to get as creative as you can, diba? And most of the time, as human beings, we have so many interests, more than one talaga. So it's great to be able to explore that and share that with all of the people that are interested enough to watch your stuff. So thank you so much for having us again. Thank you for being here, rather, on the very first episode of Cyberzone Live. We're here to ask you guys, diba, for some tips and tricks of the industry. Kasi lalo na ngayon, we're not really allowed to go out that much. We've become so reliant on gadgets. But it's so hard to find the right gadgets for you. It's so hard to find a way to really get started in content creating, diba? I hear a lot of friends struggle with it too. So to have three established content creators here is truly an honor, and this is going to be a great lesson for all those that want to kickstart their career in this industry as well. So I want to ask you guys though, let's take it back a little bit, diba? Let's rewind the time. How did you guys get started in content creating? Nung hindi pa siya uso, I mean, what made you get into this industry, and how were you able to find success in it? Let's start with Kim this time.
Okay. I guess I just really enjoyed taking photos. I've always enjoyed looking through online, like photos online, and making my own aesthetic and stuff like that. So I actually just started posting like random photos, and I like dressing up as well. And I guess it started from there, like my love for content creation.
When was the point na parang na feel mo, oh, okay, you know, I can do this professionally?
I guess when people started asking me on social media for collaborations, I was honestly shocked at first because I didn't really know how it worked when I first started. So I guess it went on from there. Like at first, small businesses would contact you to wear their clothes and things like that. And then it just kind of grows. So through time, yeah, this is how it ended up.
Galing. Pero it's not something that you planned to do in the beginning, diba? Parang it's
Not really.
yeah. So it's just your passion that turned into this career essentially, and
Yeah, actually, I took up. Yeah, I actually took up fine arts in college. So like, I guess it kind of helped with because I've always been into art, and that's kind of what I want to pursue now. But I guess it helped with all the classes that I took. So it kind of helps you, be a bit more professional with what I'm doing.
right, no, because you can add what you've learned to all your
Yeah.
online content as well. No, but it's great,
Yeah.
and I think the reason why people are more drawn to content creators that start out that way is because they feel the authenticity. You're not just
Yeah.
doing it to make money or to get popular. It's something that you were passionate about from the beginning, and it just blew up, and it turned to
Yeah.
something that you're able to make a living out of. So that's amazing, Kim. I mean, that's a great story right there. Hopefully people can find something they're passionate about and turn it into something like that.
That's true.
Aggy, ikaw naman. Aggy, kwento ka naman dyan. How did you get started?
I started doing content in 2015. I would post my OOTD out there.
Mhm.
There. And from there, online started send over their items and then promote it on my page. And then eventually different known brands already tapped me to work with them. So that's how I started
Pero fashionista ka na ba ever since? Since you were younger? I mean, did you always like dressing up?
dressing up. Ever since college.
So kind of similar then to Kim, no? In that it's something that you were already doing and that you just found a platform to share your interests, and more people started showing their interests for, your fashion sense. So that's super cool as well. I mean, I wish I had good fashion sense, but luckily I can just look at your content for inspiration. Thank you very much for that, Aggy. Ikaw naman, Mr. Julo De Guzman. I don't even know where to begin with you kasi ang dami-dami mong ginagawa sa buhay. Pero take us to the very beginning. What got you started?
Yeah, I think from our end in Perea Street, we started knowing each other through our video content house, WID. Direct Judd, we worked with him for some ads as a director. I was the producer, and Edsel was a line producer of Direct Judd. And we've been commissioned to work on different commercials and digital videos for different advertising agencies and companies. And from there, we were like, while working, minsan may mga sabaw moments ka na all of a sudden you burst into song, and all of a sudden you want to de-stress and dance the night away and do something. And I think that's how all of a sudden you have a moment of laughter and you broadcast it for Instagram stories. So that's how Perea Street started. It's like a show composed of a lot of Instagram stories of all our de-stressing and laughter amidst the stress of work. So that's the story of that. And from there, wow, a lot of people took notice, and we're fortunate enough to be able to meet a lot of people along the way also.
Pero did you build that concept with the intention of entertaining people talaga? Or was it more like, wala lang, we're having fun on set, let's put these clips together for your own enjoyment? Or parang planado ba siya? Kasi it's kind of related to your work nasa production ka na, diba? How do you get that idea? It's idea eh. Parang napakasimple niyang pakinggan ngayon that you're telling us about it. But in reality, it's really hard to come up with these kind of concepts that can click, diba? So for you, did you have an intention talaga to sell this to the public as an idea so that people will follow you guys more?
Actually, that's a good question. From our end, we've been commissioned to interpret a lot of boards. And parang all of a sudden we were like, why don't we make our own story? And I think we are a mix of 3 different personalities. And there's something there. Every day there's something funny that we just discuss. Every day there's something interesting that we talk about. Again, we talk about streetwear as the medium of the message and spreading good vibes to streetwear. And I think what resonates with us is we just spread online. That's pretty much it. You know, whatever we find interesting, and we're fortunate enough na a lot of people resonate with it too. So the main intention was just to let it out there, and then let's see how it goes. Like I remember when we started. I remember. Thank you. I remember when we started, we were like, "Thank you sa mga 100 followers namin. Woo, salamat." So, yeah, it's creating that community na appreciating na, oh wow, may nanonood. Okay so pwede pala to. So that insight happened as we were doing it. Yeah.
Okay, this is actually the perfect segue to my next question, because based on all the answers I've gotten so far from all 3 of you, it seems like fashion is a recurring theme, you know? It seems like that's something that you really include in your content. So, do you think you have a personal style when it comes to the things that you post? Parang trademark, diba? People say sometimes that it's important for content creators to have a certain mark para people will know them for this or for that. Do you think that's important? And if so, what do you think your personal style is? Let's start with Aggy.
Me, when it comes to creating content, I have the platform that I'm most TikTok and Instagram. So for Instagram, it's no secret naman na user's feed is more curated and more catchy and relaxed. So if you check Instagram, it's more like we have a theme that I follow. I just create my own content. Post mostly travel photos, fashion, and make clothing brand as well. So on the other hand naman, or TikTok.
So what you're saying is may theme pa rin siya based on your aesthetic, but you're able to do different things pa rin. So it's not just limited to fashion kasi may travel and lifestyle ka pa rin that you try to incorporate in your IG page. And you're also on TikTok now, I hear.
I had on TikTok, my creativity is being challenged, but at the same time, this is the platform where I get to express my carefree side and my groovy.
Pero nandun pa rin yung Aggy trademark. I feel like if people look at your TikTok account, you know, they'll still be able to say, oh yeah, that's the Aggy that we know and we've grown to love. So in that aspect, I think it is important to have your personal style. What about Kim? What would you say your personal style is? Let's get a little bit specific. You and Aggy are both into fashion and clothing and all that. So what would you say your personal style is? How are you different from other fashion vloggers or Instagrammers?
I guess mine's a bit different because I'm into streetwear. So I'm very fond of streetwear brands, and I wear a lot of sneakers. So I guess you can say my style's very laid back. It's very casual, but at the same time, I like incorporating brands that I love, or you know, I'm very much into shoes as well. So I'm kind of a sneakerhead. So I like wearing sneakers a lot, and a lot of people think it's boyish. I guess that's a comment that I get a lot. So, but I would like to say it's more, you know, chill, like laid back.
Okay, so you're a little bit more casual, laid back style. That's what people go to your page for.
Yeah,
and aside from
I
aside from
don't
that,
know, like I guess aside from what? Sorry.
No. I was just gonna say, aside from that, I've also noticed that the quality of your photos are superb, and I think it goes to show that, especially now, diba? I mean, with the growth of technology too, there's really no excuse. You've got to make sure when you put the content out there, na malinaw siya, it's clear, visually pleasing. You need to have the right gadgets, the right cameras, the right phone in order to capture your personality, so you can show them properly to your audience. Kasi even if you're dressed up in the coolest streetwear and you post a blurry photo of it online, sayang naman if it's too grainy, people won't be able to appreciate it that much. And that's where the importance of gadgets come in. And that's why we're here at Cyberzone Live talaga to emphasize that you do need your gadgets for your content. You need specific ones talaga for you, and ones that are flexible enough so that you can use them for any type of content, really, not just Instagram, but you can also use them for TikTok, for videos, whatever it is, even yung sound quality, diba? I mean, people are stepping up their game. Speaking of stepping up their game, the guy who always wants to step up, go higher and higher and higher. Balik naman tayo kay Mr. Julo. What is your personal style?
Ako, I think my personal style is casual chill, hoodie, crew neck sweater, jeans, chinos, and sneakers. So, pretty laid back rin. And I feel na sometimes it switches eh. There are days you feel na, okay, I just want to wear a tee. There are days na, uy, umulan lang todo, mag-sweater ako, mag-dalawang layer ako, tansya ko naman, malamig. Things like that. So
we're talking about your personal style in content creating, not just your fashion side.
Okay. That's the fashion side. I guess.
Pero kasama pa rin yun, kasi.
Kasama pa rin yun. Kasi yun yung pinag-uusapan namin eh. Kasi, like, I think what separates us from other street culture content out there is that we take the humor out of what we wear, and we're ready to make fun of ourselves also. So, it adds to its quote-unquote self-awareness, for a lack of a better term. But yun, I think like what you mentioned a while ago, it's really the authenticity of it eh. And like if we're talking about gadgets here, for me, a phone is really important to have on your side, because sometimes you won't really know there are moments of laughter all of a sudden happening, and you gotta be ready to capture those moments. So
that's true. You always have to have a phone in handy. Pero sige, so you managed to tackle different aspects of the content creating world, diba? What would you say the trademark is for each of them?
Trademark for
parang if I see Perea Street, diba? And I see Julo there. What would people say? Si Julo yan, siya yung laging ganito. Siya yung ganyan. Yes?
Okay.
Parang si Kim yan, cool yan, kasi si Kim yung parang hindi masyadong girly yung outfit, siya yung laging laid back, medyo boyish, pero astig yung dating. In terms of that, what would you say your trademark is?
I think I always wear a cap.
Okay.
I always wear a cap para kasi minsan ang gulo ng buko eh. At minsan makulot.
Yun lang.
Makulo yung buko. And I guess trademark, we always burst into song in whatever episodes we post. Yun. We have a song called Gina Ba Kayo? Gina ba kayo? Gina rin ako. Gina ba kayo? So, I hope this Eska show from it. You can check it out on Spotify. Yeah.
Ang ganda! May melody pa. Akala ko chant lang siya eh. Pero ang ganda. Okay. Do you three think it's important na may personal style? And do you think you need to stick to that? Lalo na sa umpisa. Or okay lang ba na, kasi we see a lot of people just posting different challenges or random things online and trying to get popular through that. What's your opinion on that? Aggy, what's your opinion on that? Importante bang may personal style yung content mo?
Yeah, I think dapat meron kang sarili so you can stand out. from the rest.
That's true. And people want consistency talaga eh. Kim, do you agree?
I think it doesn't really matter for me. It's what's more important is to be authentic. Because I think people can see if you're trying to copy or if you're trying to too hard to get in a certain trend. So my advice really is just to be yourself on social media, because a lot of people appreciate that, and they seem to appreciate authentic people online, because a lot of things can be fake na online. You don't really know how people are. So yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter because style evolves, personal style
Right.
evolves, I can say. So yeah, it's just authenticity for me.
But when you're building a brand for yourself, diba? If you're starting out in content creation, diba? You don't think it's important that they need to stick to a certain format in the beginning at least?
Yeah.
Para there's recall?
Yeah. I think, well, for me, if you're starting up a brand, I think it's very important to have your own identity. But as a social media influencer, I guess, styles really do change. Because, I mean, I wasn't dressing up the way I did when I was younger, or I wasn't like this before. So I think it's really just, just be authentic, because people can really see what your personality is through your posts or through what you're wearing.
Okay, fair enough. Julo, importante pa sa'yo yung trademark or personal style.
Yeah, I think when it comes to the internet, it's become so saturated nowadays. And if you feel that you have an interesting perspective that you can share to the world that's different, that's innately you, then why not use the internet as a platform to show that, no? And I think what's important is you stick to it. You stick to that. May paninindigan ka sa perspective mo. And a lot of people appreciate that.
I like that. Yeah, people really do seem to respond to conviction. And the truth is, most of us probably have a unique aspect that we can project online that people will appreciate too, diba? I mean, we all have different personalities, and if we're able to find a way to represent that well online, then more and more people will respond to it. Okay, now let's go back to the gadgets. It is, after all, Cyberzone Live, and we're here to celebrate all things tech. And we all know that gadgets are so important, diba? I mean, right now, we're being gadget reliant right now to be able to do this show, to talk to you guys, to meet you guys virtually. But as content creators, let's try to narrow it down to the basics, diba? Hindi naman pwedeng bibili na sila ng 500 different gadgets at one time. What are your essentials as content creators? Julo, let's start with you naman. Ano yung mga essential gadgets mo?
Ako, my phone and my Osmo to capture those precious moments all of a sudden. So it's important to be handy for me, especially since you're always out and about. Well, in quarantine, but still out and about. So yeah, a phone and your Osmo.
That's true. I mean, I know a lot of vloggers then that have, really big cameras, professional cameras for their big productions. But when they're just out and about traveling, or if it's a spur of the moment thing, they really need their phone.
Yeah.
You need a really good, reliable phone, like the ones that Vivo offers. I mean, those ones are the ones you really need to keep. Kasi dun mo with your phone will always be with you. Diba? Feeling ko, mas may iwan mo pa yung makakalimutan mo pa yung sapatos mo before you forget your phone. Your phone's gonna be stuck to you. So you know that it's ready to capture any moment that you can post online for your content. Let's move on to Aggy.
Me naman, sa gadgets, I'm creating content on TikTok or Instagram, but I also create content for my shop. So I need high quality photos. I'm using mirrorless camera. I'm using 6mm lens. Second is tripod. It's important to invest for a tripod. Especially I don't have a own photographer or videographer. I'm a one-man team then. So all around talaga. So another one is phone. Yeah, so it's like my last resort, especially when the camera is down. So camera,
Yeah, especially because you're a one-man team, like you said. And it can be hard sometimes because and dami-dami talagang options out there. And it's hard to decide which gadgets are right for you. So you have to think about your lifestyle. You have to think about the content you want to put out. And you have to look at places that can provide proper information. Like this show, for example, Cyberzone Live is all about helping you, guiding you so that you can find the right gadgets for you. If you guys want, you can also check out the website, smcyberzone.com, right behind me there for more guidance at may mga promos din sila, syempre, so that you can get your gadgets at an affordable rate so that you don't have to spend too much in order to get your content career started. Okay, Kim, what are your essentials?
I guess the phone is my number one essential because everything's on there. Your apps, the way you I also edit some of my pictures to make it more pleasing to the eye, like brightness and contrast and everything. So I'm really a phone person. I'm always on my phone. So yeah, that's my number one essential. I also take photos on my phone.
And you know what? When everything else fails, as long as you have your phone, you can still create content eh. Yun eh. There's so much you can do, especially if you've got a reliable phone like Vivo. But you know what's super essential talaga beyond all of that? And none of you have mentioned it so far, but to me, this is the one thing that you really, really need. And it's called the internet. And internet connection, di ba? Kung wala yun,
Of course.
connect to each other, we won't be able to connect to our audiences. So with that said, I do want to thank our sponsors. A big thank you to PLDT and Smart as well for powering up Cyberzone Live. You know, we needed the internet for this to happen. We need good, fast, reliable internet connection for anything really, especially if you're in the content creating game. All right, before we wrap this up, I do want to ask you guys for advice. Please share some tips that you've learned in the past years that you've become content creators to all of the budding content creators out there. What can you tell them? Julo, let's start with you.
Okay. Yeah, I think a lot of people wanna put out what they wanna narrate and share to the world. They're just scared. Ako, wag kayong matakot. Just put it out there. You'll never know unless you try. And for as long as you feel that you have an interesting perspective that you want to share, go out and do it, because it'll always linger on top of your head na you didn't do anything. So if I were you, go create that pilot episode, find and search for that interesting perspective you want to pursue, and just go.
You definitely need a lot of courage to do it, but all it takes is that first step. And this is great advice from Julo, and Julo really does go for it every single time, because even if he has been in this game for so long now, he constantly comes up he constantly wants to come up with new ideas. So for example, you know, he has Perea Street, but aside from that, you have a brand new project that you've just started. Tell us more about that.
Yes, we have a new show on IGTV called J-Dog and Russ. I'm J-Dog because I'm Julo De Guzman. So if you read JDG, it's J-Dog.
Dog.
Right? It's J-Dog. Pwede na yun. Oh. And then Russ is my dog. So it's a new content that we are posting in our WYDMNL Instagram page. So it's about it's the story about me and my dog during this time of quarantine and perspectives about the world we live in. So right now kasi ang hirap mag-shoot ngayon, so we just try as much as we can to do whatever we can do given the limited space and time. So I actually, in fact, papakita ko siya sa inyo. Kukunin ko
yes,
siya.
please.
Kukunin ko siya.
Your co-star. This is really good advice from Julo too. Aside from just going for it, being able to adapt, diba? I think you ladies can agree. Being able to adapt to not just new trends, but new pandemics. If something like this happens, you need to be able to adjust and still create good content that resonates with you. And narinig ko na yung Julo.
Kakapagupit lang yan. Kahapon, kasi mapapakita siya ngayon.
Ano pangalan niya?
Russ ang pangalan niya. Russ.
Oh, ayan, guys, sa mga nanonood, diba? Buti pa
gusto
si Russ, brave enough
Ay,
to
naku,
come up
gusto
with new content. Kayo pa kaya? Kaya.
Oo. Ayun.
That's super exciting. And you know what? As a dog lover myself, I'm really, really looking forward to more episodes with Russ. So
Thank
please
you, thank
continue
you.
doing that. Kim, do you have any advice that you'd like to share with all our aspiring content creators right now?
I guess I have the same advice as what was said, but for me, it's also important to use your platform properly and in a way where you can influence people the right way. Because influence is such a big thing now, especially on social media. So if you have the influence to, spread positivity online, it's very important to help others, inspire others. So for me, it's important to use your platform with the goal to spread positivity instead of using these social media platforms to kind of drag other people down. And for me, what super makes me feel good on social media is when people tell me that I help them, be more confident with what they post. So I have the same advice as well. Just put it out there. Just don't hold back. And don't let others' opinions of you stop you from doing what you want to do.
But do it responsibly is what Kim is trying to
Do it responsibly.
You have to
Yes.
make sure you own that responsibility when you're posting stuff out there. And when you have an audience, it doesn't matter how small or big, diba? You've got to make sure that you're responsible. You're spreading awareness on things that matter. You're spreading good vibes, and you do it with the right gadgets too. Okay, Aggy, last but not least, what is your advice?
Don't compare yourself to other kasi the more you compare, parang hinaan ka ito. So just focus on yourself and think of ways on how you can make yourself stand out. And then it's to inspire have a purpose. So,
That is a very, very good piece of advice, Aggie. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. In fact, most people probably don't even want to get started on content creating because they already get discouraged after comparing themselves to people that they see online. But the fact is, there are so many different types of personalities now in this world, in this content creating world, that you'll be able to find something that's right for you. And if you keep comparing yourself to others, if you try to become like them, like Kim said, it's just not going to work. People are going to sense that you're not being authentic. So don't compare yourself to others and be true to yourself. Be responsible with the things that you post. Be consistent and also be adaptable. Great advice from all of you guys. Thank you so much. I mean, this is really what we need. This is the encouragement that we need to get started on our content. And this is the perfect time to do it then. And now that we've got all these feelings, we're kind of cooped up at home, diba? But SM Cyberzone has found a way to really make gadgets more accessible to everybody through their website, through all of their partners. This is the best way for you to get started as well. And you've got the right tools and knowledge now, thanks to Cyberzone Live. So a big thank you once again to all of our guests today. Thank you guys so much. Give yourselves a big round of applause. If you want to,
Thanks for having me.
if you want to join in on the conversation, all you have to do is use our hashtags, hashtag LifePowered, hashtag SM Cybermonth 2020, and hashtag Check Cyberzone. A big thank you again to PLDT and Smart, because we need the internet. The internet is essential, the most essential thing right now. And of course, Vivo, because where would we be without our phones? So before we leave you guys, can you guys just invite everybody to check your social media pages out? So let's start with Julo.
All right, thank you. At Julo De Guzman on Instagram, at Perez Street on Instagram, at WYDMNL on Instagram as well. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Kim.
It's Kim Cruz, KIMCROOZ on all social media platforms. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. I had so much fun.
Aggie. Thanks, Aggie. We'll be posting all your handles on here as well so that everybody can check you guys out. But again, don't forget to catch us every Sunday of this month as we celebrate all things tech for Cyberzone Live. Once again, my name is Sho Suzuki, wishing you guys a very, very happy Cyber Month. Stay safe and stay connected. Thank you guys. We'll see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.